President of the Republic of Rwanda.
It was the 68th session of the United Nations General Assembly, where world leaders are usually given 15 minutes to address the UN on world issues. In his address, President Paul Kagame condemned the International Criminal Court for making the humiliation of African leaders its agenda, citing the example of Kenya's leaders who are being charged with fueling post-election violence in 2008 at the ICC in The Hague. President Paul Kagame said this is against the initial founding principles of the ICC.
In practice, however, the International Criminal Court has flouted these principles. It has shown open bias against Africans. Instead of promoting justice and peace, it has undermined efforts at reconciliation and served to humiliate Africans and leaders, as well as serve the political interests of the powerful. Nowhere have the shortcomings of the ICC been more evident than in the ongoing trial of Kenyan leaders. People of this country, Kenya, have shown eagerness to heal wounds of their past, reconcile, and move on. That is why they elected their present leaders who are under trial. These efforts should be supported, efforts to reconcile their communities and move forward, not to undermine national judicial capacity to fight impunity instead of supporting development of this capacity.
In his address, President Kagame once again reiterated the need for a solid post-2015 agenda in the achievement of the Millennium Development Goals. The president said one of the failings of aid has been the lack of attention to country-specific contexts in the agreements, adding that now is the time for the developing world to make their voice heard. For Rwanda, the MDGs are on course.
In Rwanda, we have found that empowering local leaders while demanding accountability is an effective catalyst of development. But for decentralization to work, the center must remain stable. This is why we continue to place such emphasis on good governance. It has inspired trust in our institutions and been a foundation to our development. We know that this is the best way to achieve inclusive and sustainable development.
Although a lot has been achieved, for example, lifting over 1 billion people out of poverty in as far as achieving the Millennium Development Goals is concerned. However, world leaders are saying this is not enough, and they are saying the post-2015 agenda should now be done in more than normal business. Flora Kaitesi reporting for Rwanda Television News in New York in the US.